Experiencing these intolerances right now, if things you used to endure are becoming impossible to accept, if relationships that once felt normal now feel suffocating, Jung would tell you this isn't breakdown, it's breakthrough. Your psychology is reorganizing around a simple truth you've been avoiding your entire life. You deserve the same care, honesty, and respect that you've always given everyone else. And any person, system, or dynamic that can't meet that standard no longer gets access to you. That's not cruelty. That's not ego. That's not the empath becoming something they're not. That's the empath finally becoming who they always were, underneath all the accommodation, all the performance, all the self-sacrifice that was never actually about love. It was about fear. Fear that if you stopped giving everything, you'd be left with nothing. But Jung discovered the opposite was true. When you stop giving everything away, you finally have something left, yourself. And that self, whole, boundary, awake, is worth more than every relationship you'll lose by refusing to abandon it. These seven intolerances aren't weaknesses. They're the immune system of a healed psyche. They exist to protect something precious, the authentic self that nearly died under the weight of everyone else's needs.
Whoa,
And
perfect.
if that immune system is activating in you right now, let it work. Let it refuse what needs to be refused. Let it protect what needs to be protected. You've spent your whole life keeping everyone else safe. It's time your psychology returned the favor. If you're in the middle of this shift, if you're watching old tolerances dissolve and wondering who you're becoming, our guide True Self-Discovery might meet you exactly where you are. 24 reflection exercises drawn from Jung's teachings, built to help you find your own way within, especially when everything outside is rearranging. Click below to get True Self-Discovery. Everyone told you that awakening would make you more loving, more compassionate, more connected to humanity. That once you started doing the inner work, you'd develop this warm, expansive feeling toward other people. You'd see the divine in everyone. You'd radiate acceptance. You'd become the kind of person who walks through the world with open arms and an open heart. But that's not what happened. What happened is the opposite. You started pulling away from people. Conversations that used to feel normal started feeling unbearable. Friendships you maintained for years suddenly felt hollow. Family gatherings became exercises in endurance. And the worst part isn't the withdrawal itself. The worst part is the guilt. Because you're supposed to be becoming better, kinder, more evolved, instead, you're sitting in your car after a dinner party wondering why you can't stand being around people you used to love. Carl Jung observed this pattern so consistently in patients undergoing genuine psychological transformation that he considered it one of the most reliable markers of real awakening. Not the blissful kind sold in spiritual marketplaces, the disruptive kind. The kind that dismantles your social architecture and leaves you standing in the rubble wondering if something is wrong with you. Jung found that this growing aversion to people wasn't a regression. It wasn't bitterness. It wasn't depression wearing a philosophical mask. It was the inevitable consequence of seeing clearly for the first time after a lifetime of unconscious participation in performances you didn't know were performances. Today I'm going to show you exactly why awakening makes you dislike people according to Jung's framework, what's actually happening psychologically when you start